What's going on, everybody? Nobody's even joined yet, but we'll wait for some people to start joining up and then we'll start going.
Starting out late.
Yo, what's up? Got some people joining in now. My name's Garrett Spencer. This is Fin Talk Friday. Oi, oi! We're over here at the Split Lip Chris Birch Surfboards Factory. We're going to talk about some fins today. So, one of the fins that we make with Rainbow Fins is we do the Chris Birch signature series on his quads and twin fins. And today we're just going to talk about what these quads are made for and what they do. So we're here, like I said, in the factory with Chris Birch himself. And this is his awesome quad setup on one of the accelerator models.
Correct.
So how'd you come up with this template, Chris?
Well, back when I worked for Natural Art Surfboards, back in the 80s, I know it sounds like forever ago because it is, we started making quads back then, and I think that the reason that they faded away and people forgot about them was because nobody really settled on a particular template or placement on the board. And I kept experimenting with them because I had some really good quads back in that period of time. Before I became a shaper, Rich Price shaped me a board that I had made a set of quad fins for and glassed them on. And the board ended up being real loose and squirrely and didn't have any drive. And I knew the fins were too small. So rather than cutting them back off of the board and making way more work out of it, I built up glass on the outsides of the fins and reshaped them and made them bigger. And after adjusting them when I rode the board a couple more times, I settled on a template, and that board went from being a board that I didn't even like to being one of the best boards I'd ever had at that period. And that's where this template came from. I kept them all these years. I don't try to get anybody to ride these fins if their tails are narrower than 16 inches. But if you've got a wider fish that's at least 16, and if it's 17 or more, these fins work great on all those boards.
That's awesome. And along those lines, you were mentioning before when we were talking that these ones are shown in a future base. I think you prefer kind of to use the future fin template, but...
Yeah, I stuck with futures from the beginning. I like the idea of the whole base of the fin being in the board. And, you know, I never really particularly liked the fin tabs of the old FCS. The new ones are much improved over what they used to be. But I just like the idea that the fin is down in the board. Plus, these are bigger fins. I mean, thruster fins, they don't have near as much force on them as a bigger twin fin or quad fin does. So that's why I've settled on doing it this way, you know, trying to keep it kind of simple too.
Awesome. So what would you expect if someone was going to pick these fins up? They're going to be drivey, they're going to be...
Very, very drivey. They're clustered. My placement is clustered a little bit more than some where they've got them spread further apart lengthwise. This makes it work, you know, more as if it were one big fin, but you get water flow between the fins that makes these boards accelerate and just go with extreme speed that I've never been able to find on any other board, to be honest with you.
Awesome. Awesome. So this is actually one of our best-selling templates, and it, like Chris said, it works really well in any of your wider tail boards. You can throw it in a fish. You know, this is shown with a round tail, but, you know, still a wide tail. Basically, this is the origination of, just made up a word right then, but this is the start of quads kind of, and if you haven't ridden one of Chris's quads, we definitely recommend it. Yeah, this is like a template that we do really well with, and it seems to be people are really stoked on. So, like I always say, if you guys ever have any questions, if you guys ever have any thing else that you'd like us to talk about during these things, you can comment those down in the comments there. You can direct message myself, direct message RDI, and we will we will answer those along the way. Did you want to talk about your twin template as well today?
If you'd like
sure.
to.
Let's do it. So we're gonna walk over here, see some cool like longboards going on. Chris has always got cool stuff. There's a nice a little resin dip over here. We also have a real sweet swirl going on here. So, and then there's that's a Gidget. All right. Everybody on the live videos likes dogs, so we want to throw that one in there. But here's Chris's twin template.
This is kind of a combination of, like an old Mark Richards upright twin fin, but it's got more base than that, but not a full-blown keel fin either. So if you've got a wide-tailed twin fin, these work really well also. This template actually was a combination of mine and Ricky Carroll working together a few years back. We took my template and we took his and we combined them and just kind of settled on this.
Nice.
And they work quite well.
So you mentioned the difference between a keel fin versus a more upright, like an MR style fin. Can you talk a little bit about the difference in those two?
Usually the MR style fin would be on a narrower tail twin fin that it's a little more pulled in. More of a fish type tail, you would have a longer base to give you more hold and drive down the line.
So basically a longer keel fin is going to create that down the line drive and speed. If you start taking a tail and making it a little more narrow and going to an upright fin, you're going to be able to go more into the lip and start surfing a little bit more like how you saw those videos of Mark Richards back in the day. And whatnot, but this is a great combination of a template that works good as a kind of
it's kind of an in-between. Yeah, I mean, most of the MR templates back in the day, and even this type of template, you get more of a pivot point that you're turning off of, where a keel fin is almost more like you're more of a rudder almost that you're getting speed out of. And there's so much area on those fins that it won't allow your board to slide, even though the tail is extremely wide. It forces you to go forward down the line. That's why fishes go so fast.
That's why we like them, fast and fun. Draw different lines. Well, hey, thanks, Chris, for joining us today on Fin Talk Friday.
You're welcome.
It was a quick, easy one, but we wanted to highlight a couple different options that you guys might not have seen before on the Rainbow line. If you do have a wider tail quad or twin fin, keep the Chris Birch quads and Chris Birch twin fins in mind. And guys, like I said before, if you have any questions at all, feel free to direct message those to us. I will upload this to YouTube later on, so if you missed it, you'll be able to tune in then. Hey, what are those longboards back there, man?
That's for some new guy that came around looking for some new boards.
All right. All right. No more shameless self-promotion here. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you guys next week. Talk to you later.